Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nita Cup 500k3 Dronemaster edition. I am Dunkurtin and today we begin the finals. We are down to our last 4 contenders here. Flying around now we have the Shakti from Miss Ion, the Triangle and Illuminati from Abyei, the Wyvern Squad from Solusphere, and the Borg drones from Ryation. That is our final 4 contenders. Today I intend to get both quarterfinals out the way if time permits. Basically for once I'm going to be keeping a better track on how long these matches take, and instead of just attempting to cut whatever I've recorded down to under half an hour, hopefully I'll just keep the recordings themselves to under half an hour for each one, as long as the matches don't draw out too long. So to start things off with today, we will be beginning with the lower bracket quarterfinal between the Shakti from Miss Ion and the Triangle and Illuminati from Abyei. So let's get stuck into that right now. Alright guys, first up we have the Triangle and Illuminati spawning in second against Miss Ion's Shakti. Quick correction, I've been calling the drones the Illuminati for so long, they actually are just Lumina fighters. They're not called Illuminati, but yeah, so there's that. So we did see some really early damage coming out. Looks like each team pretty well had a drone disabled at the beginning, as well as the Shakti lost half of its front lasers, but is now doing some pretty good work still on the Lumina fighters. Meanwhile, the Shakti's drones, Miss Ion has lost 2 of her drones already. This last remaining one trying to chase down the Triangle, but looks like it has actually lost its nose cannon, so not getting much done over there. Let's try and make our way across to see how the Shakti is actually doing. Looks like it has done a lot of damage, disabling the flight capabilities of all Illumina fighters, though not quite fully disabling the weapons yet, I don't think. Looks like it has been quite successful in rebuilding those front laser optics, and is now making its way across to focus on the Triangle while still sending out these reverse lasers to keep the Lumina fighters at bay. Meanwhile, what has the Triangle itself been up to? Appears to be taking a lot of damage. It doesn't have any smoke. Yeah, just finally seeing a little bit of duck out of it. I thought maybe the cannons had been disabled because we weren't seeing much there, but no, they're still going. But the Shakti is very well shielded as well, so will be interesting to see how much success the Triangle has getting through the Shakti's formidable defenses. But it is doing quite well, despite all these lasers that we are seeing coming out on it. It does not look like the Shakti's drone is achieving too much damage against it itself. The Shakti doing a great job of keeping the Lumina fighters down though. Ooh, something has got through. I think one of those missiles from the Triangle most likely, and the Shakti is dropping into the water. Depending how well it manages to float down here, the water could do a lot to cut down on that laser damage, though we do see one of the Lumina fighters going up quite spectacularly there over to the left of the screen, and once again looks like that one probably won't be rejoining the fight anytime soon. The triangle itself has kind of been falling, but not quite for quite a while. Looks like it's finally gone down. It looks like things are pretty well just down to these three remaining, with Shakti looking to have the triangle pretty well on the ropes. There is a Lumina fighter floating over there, but I don't think it's going to get itself repaired enough to get back into the fight in time. As we can see, the Shakti's front laser is actually doing quite well. It's doing quite well at fighting on two fronts here. Just flying over the top of the triangle itself, lasering back, and then using its front lasers to keep some damage going on the Lumina fighters. And then we'll see as it swings around, if it eventually starts making its way back towards the triangle now, the rear lasers will once again take up the job of damaging these Lumina fighters over here. But it looks like for now it is focusing on trying to finish this one here off. Just quickly get down and have a look. Despite the amount of time that this has been down and the amount of damage coming out onto it, still rather intact for such a small fighter. Very interesting that. I expected to pretty much just be seeing wreckage down there. So the Shakti, she is finally on her way back. I believe the triangle is a bit further over that way. So this attack run after going over this Lumina fighter should bring it back in range of the triangle, if the triangle is even still managing to be afloat at this point. Okay, yeah, there we go. See, as you can see, the priority for those front lasers now switching. I might just let this one play out for a bit longer. It looks like the conclusion is pretty well foregone. So we'll just let this play out for a while and hopefully get some pretty sights along the way. Alright guys, so been watching this for a while. Not much has changed, just the Shakti slowly but surely working down the forces of the Triangle and Illuminati. The long attack runs and wide circling serving it well in continuing to make sure that it kept on damaging the drones as well as the mothership. Would be interested to see how the AI is actually set up for it to do that. I wouldn't be surprised. My best guess would be that it has long attack runs, but its target prioritization is set to attack closer targets maybe. So as it completes its attack run and gets closer to the drones, it swaps, which is a rather ingenious idea if that's what it is that is causing it. But so yeah, congratulations to Miss I on whatever you have done with the AI here. You've done a very good job with it. So as we can see, like, this is pretty definitive. Like, it's taking you a while to completely destroy it, but the progress is very visible and definite. So I will be calling this round in favor of the Shakti. Congratulations on that, but it is not over yet. We will be seeing if the Triangle can do a little better spawning in first in the next round. And as we finally see it splitting in half and actually going underwater, so that's some really good timing there on my behalf. About time I got something right in this tournament. And we'll be back in just a moment with the second matchup between these two. Alright guys, here we go with the Shakti spawning in second this time around. Immediately going to work with those lasers, quickly putting some damage onto one of the Lumina drones. Looks like the triangle has collided with... that was one of the Shakti's drones, I believe, yeah. Completely demolishing the Shakti drone by the looks of things, but taking off this turret from the triangle, so that will damage its overall potential for putting damage out, of course. So I'm starting to think maybe I was a bit wrong in the first round about that drone. Maybe one of these drones actually is a missile drone and doesn't have that ducker on the front. Not 100% sure right now. Yeah, maybe it is only the one that has all that explosive damage that we see going to work right now on the back of the triangle. Have kind of been ignoring the Shakti right now, but it is kind of really far away in its own separate fight with the Lumina drones. Let's try and get over there and not focus all our attention in one place. Oh, sorry guys, mouse got caught and need to move some things on my desk. Keeps on catching the cable and pulling it sideways when I'm trying to move it. So over here we see that the Shakti itself has been doing some pretty decent work on the Lumina drones, Lumina fighters, Omni fighters I believe is the full term for them. All three of them down, one of them really in pieces. With the way the Shakti is set up, I don't see any of them actually getting up again. Wow, is this... yeah. And as we make our way back over here, we do see that Shakti's drones have succeeded in downing the triangle at the cost of only one of the three by the looks of it. Over... I thought it was just over there. Sorry guys, I'm turning the camera too much and right there. Disorientated myself a little too much. So yeah, one of the Shakti drones going down at the cost of taking the triangle down. But overall, a very good job I would say. Oh wow, that is actually completely... wow. I'm guessing that was maybe all that explosive ducker going to work on that this time round. Maybe I switched the priority of checking on the Shakti just at the wrong time. So by the looks of things, the Shakti has this in the bag once again. Just let this play out for a couple minutes just to be 100% sure. But looks pretty well like there's not much left. Yeah, we just kind of got a husk down here. Like, not even a husk really, it's like completely shredded. The top actually kind of looks like it's been through a shredder, but part of that is added to by the alternating color scheme here, and we... oh, actually just falling to pieces now. Wow. So there we go. Pretty sure the Lumina drones were all pretty well taken care of before the Shakti made her way over here to take care of this. We will follow it on this attack run just to be 100% sure, but I am confident in saying that the Shakti has taken this round, and in doing so knocking the very formidable Triangle and Illuminati out of the competition. Yeah, so that looks pretty definitive right now. We're not seeing any of the front lasers going to work, so there's no drones over here. So with that, the Shakti will be going on to verse the loser between the Wyvern squad and Bulk drones in the semi-final, which is rather impressive as well, because I believe this is actually Miss Ion's first competitive tournament for from the depths, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, our other 3 finalists are all seasoned competitors. So whether or not the Shakti continues on after its next matchup, Miss Ion should definitely be very proud of her design. So we're doing quite well for time with this matchup, so I think we're going to get the other matchup into this single episode quite comfortably, as long as it doesn't draw out too long itself. So I will stop blabbing on, because that is cutting into our time, and move on to that matchup. Alright guys, here we go with the quarterfinal for the upper winners bracket. We have the Borg drones from Ryation going up against the Wyvern squad from Solusphere, and immediately we see that very powerful laser on the Wyvern going to work on absolutely demolishing these until now almost untouchable Borg drones. Wow. So it looks like if things continue the way they are and the Borg mothership doesn't get enough damage onto the Wyvern quick enough, we will see for the first time in any of these matchups focused fire on the mothership itself with lasers. So here we see the Wyvern is down, but that very powerful laser going to work on stripping that balloon armor right now. I know it's been a matter of conversation on the forums about how gimmicking this balloon armor is, but I recently tested it myself against not against another competitor, because I didn't want to spoil the results, and it is really easy to strip once focused. So be interesting to see how this turns out. Doing quite well right now, just because the Wyvern itself cannot focus that laser while it is directly above it, it looks like. So that having an interesting effect here as the Borg mothership tries to take advantage of this situation and pick off the Wyvern's supporting drones while not under so much fire. But the Wyvern itself is back up, and we see its lasers going to work once again on that balloon armor. Just balloons everywhere in the air right now, from both sides. Wow. Very explosive match right now. The Wyvern doing a bit of a loop, it looks like, until its propulsion was cut. Looks like this is going to be a very interesting match. But I'm not sure how well the Borg mothership will do on focusing down the Wyvern itself, especially once that laser starts to take some actual damage. Already the most successful combatant against this submission though, in just managing to take down those very impressive Borg drones. Possibly some of the best designed drones that we have seen in this tournament, to be honest. Not sure how powerful this laser is. It seems to be doing pretty decent work against the drones and in disabling the Wyvern incrementally, but the Wyvern does have some smoke defense, though it's not doing a very good job of staying in it right now. Can't help but think a collision right there would have actually been really beneficial for the Wyvern. Going to have to let this play out for a while. As it is right now, I cannot confidently make a call as to which way I think this will go. Though the Wyvern does appear to have its lasers disabled for now. It will largely depend on whether the remaining drones have enough focus fire to strip the balloons and do the required damage to disable the laser before they pop back up. As we can see, it does not take long for the mothership to destroy one of these drones if it hits in the right place with that laser once it starts to focus them. But that smoke definitely helped slow its destruction down there. Ooh, just managed to get in the edge of an explosion effect there to know that something was going on over here. How is the mothership going? Is it going to be able to repair its lasers anytime soon? Looks like at the moment things are going in the Borg's favour. But if these drones buy the Wyvern... Have I been saying Wyvern in this? I have been saying Wyvern, I hope, this whole time. Sorry if I haven't, Solusphere. But yeah, might buy the Wyvern enough time to get operational again. Just trying to get like a cool screenshot opportunity here, guys. I actually quite like that, looking through the smoke effect at the lasers coming down. Alright, I'll get out of that noisy location now. Sorry, guys. So, oh wow, that's a lot of smoke right now. I imagine not much damage going on down there. It will be interesting to see if the repair is enough to outpace the damage, though. We do see the shields in there through the smoke incrementally coming back online, so it is starting to produce a bit more power. Still do not see the laser turret though, unfortunately, for the Wyvern. So I'm just going to have to let this continue to play out for a bit longer. Alright guys, so it might still take a while, but just kind of preparing myself to be ready to operate the camera, as we do have movement down in that smoke cloud right now. For about a minute now, being able to make out a turret spinning to kind of follow the kind of direction that the Borg cube is at. So it is just a matter of time to see whether the Wyvern gets itself up in the air and whether or not it can take down the mothership once it is up and able to fire its lasers. But I can confirm that it does appear that right now inside that smoke cloud the repair is ongoing at a faster pace than the damage is being done by the Borg mothership's laser. So we will continue to watch this and come back once we start to see some action. Just coming in for a closer look to see what the issue actually is with the Wyvern still not getting up in the air. As we can see, it does have all of its shields, it appears, not even flickering anymore. Quite possibly it could just be that it is relying solely on these balloons to lift it up enough, though these jets should be out of the water enough to at least be attempting to go somewhere. So maybe its AI mainframe is still not quite intact. You can see though that its turret is more than ready to engage the enemy. Quite impatient by the looks of things. Quickly try and get a look. No, I can't really make out much of anything in here, sorry guys. Trying to get an idea of what the issue could be, but looks like we will have to continue to be patient and just wait and see what happens. Actually, let us just quickly inspect things. It's fully alive, so interesting. Must be relying on those balloons. That is all I can think of at this point in time. So it does appear that we may have reached a kind of stalemate in that the Borg mothership cannot destroy the Wyvern, but it is not allowing it the freedom to regenerate enough balloons to take off again. Though surely these top jets should at least be kind of pushing it forward, because that appears to be completely out of the water. Interesting. Unfortunately, these little drones don't appear to have any repair left on them to pull the mothership away, and we may be stuck in this stalemate. Alright guys, this has gone on for a bit too long with no change. Both craft are at 100% health. As such, we will be calling this round a tie, and moving on to our next matchup. So basically, neither combatant gets a win for this round, and if the following round goes the same, basically we might end up, I guess, with a situation where I have to personally decide who wins and who doesn't again. So yeah, let's move on to a second matchup. I'm pretty sure that it's solely going to come down to which mothership gets disabled first, I'm pretty sure. But let's see how things go. Alright guys, here we have Solusphere's Wyvern spawning in second in our second attempt to get a definitive result in a match between itself and the Borg drones. We see immediately the Wyvern's laser just completely annihilating one, then two of the Borg drones, while the Borg mothership itself has mostly focused on the Wyvern itself. The Borg drones, however, quickly being knocked out of the sky by these lasers. As we see, the Wyvern looks like it might have taken some engine damage and is currently falling down. Only one of its drones, I believe, has gone up completely so far, while the Borg drones looks like they are all taken care of very quickly. Now is the race to see which mothership's lasers can disable the other first, and for the first time ever we see the Borg mothership completely exposed. This could be it guys, the moment a lot of you have been waiting for to see. A lot of the followers of this tournament thought that this mothership was actually invincible. And right here, very quickly, in comparison to the first tie between these two, this match appears to pretty well be over in favour of the Wyvern squad. No idea where the majority of these missiles seem to think they're going, but that looks pretty decisive to me. The Wyvern itself not able to get much of a laser angle to finish this off, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. So I don't see much reason to allow this to continue and draw out. This looks pretty definitive to me. The Borg mothership has been sawn, well, I was going to say in half, but now after those missiles it's more like not even a third of the ship left. As we just see this little laser light show coming up to finish that off. Come down just to get another view of this. Nice view of the Wyvern's lasers going to work. Oh, beautiful. We might just get a quick screen cap of that one. Actually, I wonder if I can get how good of a position can I get? Knowing my luck it's not going to shoot anymore. That looks pretty cool actually, I think. And with that we have an explosion. And that is it, guys. The Wyvern has broken this tie. So even if this third and final matchup between the two goes to a tie, it will be continuing on as undefeated. So the Borg drones actually need to win the next match in order to retie things up, in which case I would have to make a judgment based on whoever won their match more decisively, though that will be hard to top, I think. So with no further ado, let's get on with this final matchup between these two. Alright guys, here we go with this final matchup. As always, when spawning in for our third matchup in a round, spawned at extreme distance, which maybe I should have spawned them a bit closer to actually give the Borg drones a bit more of a chance, because even spawning closer they were getting shredded so quickly. But perhaps the distance actually that these balloon drones are at this time round will play a factor in this. If I remember correctly, the Wyvern is set to focus the drones and such won't switch priority to the mothership until it takes out this final two. I thought it was just one, but there is one over there with those little balloon drones. Hey, so the fact that the Wyvern is down right now, it's smoke screening quite well, so it's going to be repairing itself. Basically, all depends on whether these drones, looks like they have managed to almost take out the remainder of the Borg. We have seen in the past, we know that the Borg mothership on its own cannot outpace the repair of the Wyvern if it's sitting in a nice smoke cloud. So at some point, I expect the Borg mothership to change its priority, which, while it's not constantly shredding balloons off the top of the Wyvern, we might see it be able to get back up out of the water, because I think that was the only thing keeping it down in that first matchup. It'll be interesting to see what happens from here. So it is getting that attack angle right now, just unable to completely disable the laser before the Borg mothership got too far over, but stripped away a lot of the balloons to allow these missiles to get in. And there goes the one and only weapon remaining for the Borg. Looks like this is pretty much going to go the same way as our second matchup. So as we saw, if the Borg got lucky with an early disable on the Wyvern, it is able to last a long time, just does not have the power to ever finish it off, and if luck does not go with it at the beginning of the engage, there appears to only be one outcome of this matchup. Not sure what the Wyvern is focusing with its lasers just then, but just a matter of time now till this Borg mothership completely falls to pieces, as we just see it raining debris here. So that is it. It looks like the Wyvern squad will be continuing on to the finals, where they will face either another rematch with the Borg drones or the Shakti, depending on how the matchup between those two comes out first. So on screen here now we've got a quick recap of the whole tournament. Might actually go over that at the start of the next video. I don't actually have it in front of me right now, but at the start of the next video I'll just do a quick recap of everything that's gone through, all the matchups of the entire tournament. There will be 2 more videos. I will not be attempting to cram both the semi-final and final into one video, as I would prefer to just have both of the fights relatively unedited for everyone's enjoyment. So there will be 2 more videos after this one. But for now, that is it. We have both the Shakti and Wyvern squad coming out on top of their matchups today. Unfortunately, we are saying goodbye forever to the Triangle and Illuminati. Thank you very much, Abye, for your submission. I think you're well aware of how fond of that design I am, especially those Lumina drones. And yeah, so as always, please leave your feedback in the comment section down below or make your way to the forums. Not much else left to say. I'll catch you guys all next time, and until then, have fun building in from the depths.